Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Off Topic, where we frequently go off topic. And in honor of the start of spooky season, I have decided to make the theme of today's episode SCPs, Secure, Contain, Protect. A bunch of creepy and crawly anomalies that will end up in your demise. So let's start. Number one.
Oh boy, that's a whole conversation to have. I pulled up the thing about number one, and I was looking through the different variations or creations that people have made that are number one. And some of them are really interesting.
There's multiple number ones.
Oh, you're
There's a
going
lot
through
of
number
number ones.
one. Oh god.
Yeah, we're gonna start at one, and then we're gonna go through every single one, all the way to 8,000.
I was gonna say 8,999. Yeah. I don't think that doing all 9 generation or all 9 series is a good idea. And I don't think we should start at number one because number one is so complicated. There's
Yeah,
so
that's
much we
fair,
could
that's fair.
talk about. So we should start at
So
number two and then
this will be a
circle back to
multi-part.
number one.
This will be a multi-part episode. We're gonna start doing the first of that. No, I'm joking.
I actually considered asking you guys if you wanted to do this as a multi-part episode because there's so much we could talk about.
Maybe. It's whoever's.
Maybe I will
listening
say.
next.
I can only guarantee so long. I'll say quick right now.
Yeah, we'll see after an hour what we feel like.
Well, I guess I'll start it off with, does anyone have any SCPs they'd like to specifically mention?
Yes. 939.
939. Dog. I think dog. Yep, it's dog.
He's the best boy. Dogs with no eyes.
Oh, explain to our viewers, because many might not know what the three numbers mean.
That's just the identification. But imagine a dog with no skin so you can see all its muscles, and along its spine is a bunch of spikes. It has no proper eyes, but there's holes that it takes in sound through, and it has teeth. Lots of needle-like teeth, and sharp nail limbs.
Faintly luminescent fang-like teeth is what the wiki says.
Yeah. They also, they can mimic your voice. And that's how they lure in prey to eat. And they work in packs.
I'm gonna say, for a creature that
when they're a baby, they look like just a red child. Like a literal, human child, but pure red. And then they start eventually growing, and when they hit puberty, they start scratching, itching until they tear their skin off and become kind of like the thing. Yeah.
I was gonna say, for a SCP or a creature that is mostly based off of hearing, its ears are literally just holes.
That's a lot of creatures in real life, though, actually.
Yeah, but can you really be good at hearing with that?
It says here that they have pit organs.
I don't know how it works. I guess maybe there's something I don't know.
It's heat sensitive, so yeah, so they can kind of see in
infrared.
But they don't see the normal way.
Yeah. And then it says they have eye spots sensitive to light and dark running the length of their spine dorsal ridges. So they do have organs for sensing things around them besides just hearing. But
it's a very shitty sight.
they contain no brain casing. What?
What?
Their heads are elongated, devoid of even vestigial eyes or eye sockets, and contain no brain casing.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is it either that
they'll kill the same way as jaguars?
Okay. Great.
They kill the same way as jaguars. They kill with a single bite to the cranium or neck.
I was gonna say
5 MP.
no brain casing. Does that mean they don't have a skull to around their brain, or they don't have a brain?
Ask Cameron.
Brain
He's
casing?
he's the yeah. They don't have a brain casing. Ask Cameron. Cameron would be the one who would know the answer to that.
Are they invertebrates?
Like, I think
So
I
that's
think it would.
the upper and back part of the skull.
Yeah,
So basically, they're missing part of their skull.
I was gonna say yeah.
Hmm.
I think it's a portion of the skull, not literally the brain is missing.
It's
Because
Seems
I
like a
the
think
s-
it's
protective
it.
part that's like the top and back of your skull. So they basically don't have. They were missing a huge chunk of their skull. So their skull is basically just like a bowl holding the brain.
seems like a stereotypical video game weak spot.
It does. Shoot them in the head. Shoot them in the
Hmm.
top of the head.
No one knows if they understand what they vocalize, but they're like a perfect
when
vocal
they
mimic.
vocal when they vocalize, does it make sense in context?
Uh, yes and no. Usually it mimics whoever they
Oh yeah,
are
whoever they
eating last.
um, so I guess they probably don't.
They exhale minute traces of aerosolized Class C amnesia.
It's
So
handy.
basically, it causes temporary amnesia.
Hmm. This is one of the SCPs that is in. So there's a great game, SCPSL. It's a multiplayer game. It's ham, where you can play as a bunch of the SCPs, and one of them is 939. Your entire screen is black and white. It's pretty well rendered actually. So you can't see people unless they're close by. Actually, I don't think you can see people. You just see little circles that ping where they are if they make noise.
That sounds a lot like this one horror game I've seen where you play as a rat monster, and yeah, you could only see like little pings occasionally of sound, so it makes sound.
Hmm.
And that game has voice chat.
Voice chat is so good.
Proximity chat is so much fun.
It's even more terrifying though when a giant rat monster is chasing you.
Eee, rat.
There is a good
Crazy.
SCP mod. SCP Lockdown.
This is for like the original containment breach.
I'm talking about Minecraft mods.
Minecraft
But
mods,
also
I see.
SCP Overtime.
Oh my god, I have to tell something, but continue.
Yeah, they just add tons of SCPs, buildings, stuff like that. Gear.
I have a. I'm going to tell you a Shakespearean tragedy. A long
Mhm.
time ago, I made an entire SCP map, multiplayer SCP map in the
Oh, I
in
remember that.
Minecraft. Guess what?
You lost it?
It got corrupted. I like opened up the world one day. There's nothing there.
No.
That
Actually, no. You
sucks.
know what? Actually, wait, no. I think here. Wait, I forget. I think it's on Planet Minecraft, right? But I don't think the download works anymore. So I can't get it anywhere.
Wait, what's your name
Tragedy.
on that Minecraft? I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna see if I can download it.
Yeah, make sure you're in the right
Do it.
version.
Do it later. We're recording a podcast right now. Jesus Christ. Talk
Okay,
about
it's
going
Doctor
off
Cos.
topic.
It's Doctor Cosmos. Anyway, before we go further off topic, well, I've been 7 year club. That's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Something that I found, I don't have much to say about it, but and I remember learning about these guys because I used to watch a lot of like like the animations where they would talk about the SCPs, like on YouTube and stuff.
Oh yes, I watch a lot of those too.
I rediscovered Cain and Abel, and so SCP-073, I think, and then 076. Let me just double check that I've got, yeah, Cain is 73. Um, but Abel is just like superhumanly strong, and um,
He's also
so
literally Abel, though, like from
yeah, from the
Christianity,
Bible,
like that
yeah,
Abel, aka the dead guy.
yeah.
He also has shadow weapons.
Yeah, I know. Well, that
Whoa.
I was gonna mention the things that this is prior encounters have shown that SCP-076-2 has the ability to, among other things, rip through a reinforced steel security door over the course of 4 minutes of sustained assault, clear
Yay.
over 64 meters of distance in under 3 seconds, take multiple .50 caliber BMG rounds to the head, and survive for several minutes to continue killing despite severe damage to the cerebellum. Swat handgun and assault rifle caliber bullets out of the air with a length of steel rebar. Survive for over 1 hour of deprived oxygen before finally asphyxiating. And then it talks about being able to materialize bladed weapons out of nowhere. And then it mentions the ways he has been killed. He sustained fire from multiple heavy caliber machine guns, died from asphyxiation, crushed between 13.6 metric ton piece of elevator equipment that is used for SCP-076-1, cremation through the use of a grenade placed directly in his chest cavity, and then Containment Area 25, which is where he was housed, was forced to detonate its on-site warhead as an attempt to contain him, resulting in total destruction of the site and all on-site personnel. The stone box in which he lives, SCP-076-1, survived, or lives and respawns, rather.
Mhm.
In
So
the
this
wise words,
this man
in
is
the wise,
wild.
So yeah, he's also used to be a part of a organized group of MTF squad that was just SCP people, and his brother's at the SCP Foundation too. He
Yeah,
really wants to kill his brother. Kane, SCP-073, um, any plants within 20-meter radius of him dies, like just life grown in soil. I'm pretty sure he was the one who like grew stuff and offered that, and I'm pretty sure Abel was the one who killed a sheep or something. So that's like sad. But he has metal arms and legs from an unknown metal. No one can tell what it is. He cares about his brother, and he and his brother actually did get like one life where they were kind of happy because they used amnemic on Abel, and he forgore. But his brother came mortal, and they basically just lived together until his brother died of old age.
in the wise words of Bill Wurtz, you can make a religion out of this. In the wise words of me, you can make a D&D character out of this.
oh, 100%. Speaking
In
of
the
D&D
wise,
characters,
wise words of
uh,
me.
what was it? I don't remember. I did save it actually. Hold on.
You just made me
SCP-217,
remember one.
the clockwork virus. I want to make a character.
Clockwork?
Yeah, the clockwork virus. I want
To
to make a
make
character that is a like a warforged and like a clockwork um sorcerer that is used to be a human who was infected with this virus basically.
I'm sorry, you just
then your
sound
other
like
party
Knox
members start becoming
Walkthrough.
clockwork.
I know
I'm
that would be
sorry,
the
you sound like
problem.
Knox Walkthrough. You sound like Knox from Walkthrough.
I don't know who that is. I'm
No
sorry.
one knows who that is.
Some people might know it. Let me send a
Put it in the
picture
comments if you
of this
know what that
guy.
is.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. But it's a French show that's been dubbed in English. Still waiting for a season 4 dub. But he was like the first season villain, and maybe second season. I can't remember right. But yeah, he's basically a time person turned mech dude. Yeah, it's
You know what's funny? I actually did a D&D character who was a Warforged. Well, I used the Warforged statistics. But anyway, they are no, what is the word? What's the goddamn class? Artificer, who accidentally swapped their soul into a crystal in a robot, and they became a robot.
Well, that's
that sounds
cool.
like some Star Wars stuff.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. Um,
um,
Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons,
Oh
whoa,
another
boy.
SCP I like that's dead, unfortunately, is Here Be Dragons. SCP-17.
ooh, yeah.
It was a SCP-1761 was a plain cardboard box that had Here Be Dragons written on the side.
I was gonna say,
We open and release SCP-1762, basically a bunch of paper origami dragons. Words. Um, Inside it, apparently it was like a mystical world that the original owners of the box would go in, but the original owners are dead. And there was a bunch of wars and stuff in it with orgs, cyclops, and all kinds of things. The last thing that came out was a beat up, torn up paper origami dragon, and it died, unfolded itself with a little note that just basically says, telling them what happened and that here were dragons.
the box changed, the text on the box changed, right?
I think so, yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, the event where the dragon died and stuff, and like they all died in there, was classified as the Jabberwocky event.
Jabberwocky? I've never.
Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky. Um, I just discovered a new SCP today.
Really?
SCP-955. It's this really creepy looking bug. It like spits corrosive like goddamn acid. You can spit acid. It's
955.
like it's a safe one. It's safe, so it's not too threatening. But young children, all think it's the cutest bug ever, and it looks terrifying.
You said 955?
955.
Yeah.
That ain't no bug.
Yeah, it is. The
No, no,
description is
no.
literally silly bug.
That is not a bug.
Anyway,
Viewers, look this up. This looks like a fish to me.
it does look
Yeah,
like a fish,
it
actually.
says that it resembles a deep sea fish. Um,
How the hell is that a bug?
but
This angers
it's an arthropod-like
freaking
land-dwelling
bug.
creature. Between 20 and 200 centimeters in length. Features a bulbous head resembling that of a deep sea fish, a large mouth with extensive dentition and surrounded by flagellum-like organs, two eyes on a crest at the back of the head, a large single antenna-like organ between the eyes, fin-like protuberances near the back of the head, and a long-segmented body plan featuring multiple pairs of legs. So it's kind of a bug and it's kind of a fish, but I think it's technically a bug, but it looks like a fish. It
You know,
does look like a fish.
it was found in a kindergarten classroom as a class pet because they all thought it was the cutest thing.
Yeah.
Good, look how cute it is.
It's adorable.
No.
Look at that grin. Look at his grin. He's so happy.
He's so happy. He's staring into my soul.
Can you not? A face only a mother could love.
Oh my god. Um,
There's some SCPs that like genuinely scare me. One of them is SCP-4666, the Yule Man.
Oh yeah.
Imagine Santa, but fuck him up and twist him in every way possible. He watches kids sleeping through a window nights 1 through 7, and he's seen around their house. 8 through 11, family members will disappear, report sound of footsteps in the roof or attic, screaming out unpleasant odor. As a result, parents will also suspect their family is being stalked or their dwelling might be haunted. Night 12, two things happen. The first and most common is SCP-4666 will call members of the family, save for one child under the age of 8, who will kidnap.
typical Krampus
Yeah.
moment.
Was
He
gonna
will
say.
inflict incapacitating injuries to family members while they are sleeping, then herd them into a single room of dwelling where it will proceed to kill them in view of each other. The method of killing varies with the event and will typically be preceded by some form of torture, which appears to serve a ritualistic purpose. The second scenario, which has occurred roughly 15% of known West Knot events, I think it's called, SCP-466 will not harm the family. Family members will report hearing footsteps inside their dwelling during the night, though no signs of forced entry will be found. In the morning, children will discover presents at the foot of their beds. These will consist of toys crudely crafted with the remains of human children.
Speaking
That
of
is,
speaking of things that are not supposed to be, I swear I just saw a cat.
Hmm?
I swear I just saw a cat. Never mind. You continue. Sorry.
That was it. That was what I was reading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a few others that I just
So-
absolutely forgot.
Sounds like Krampus.
It pretty much is.
Except if he was a fucked up feeling version
I
of
think
him.
I think Krampus is fucked up already.
I think there is an SCP that is the Krampus though.
Oh, there is. Damn.
Yeah. Honestly, Krampus is a lot less fucked up than this guy. He will just hit you with a stick, like he'll spank you for
Well,
being a bad kid. That's it.
I
Or he'll
have
kidnap you in a bag.
I have a
He doesn't
world-ending.
make your flesh into toys.
Hmm.
He doesn't torture people.
Hmm. Well, I have a world-ending one that is
Oh
less
god.
and more terrifying at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Do share.
Huh?
I said do share.
It's SCP-2006. They're a Keter, but they seem they seem very innocent. They're basically a shapeshifter. They can shape into whatever they want, and
Oh god.
their singular goal is to scare people. That is what they want to do. That's all. That's all. That's the entire thing. They don't know if there's a limit to the shapeshifting, which is why they're a Keter. And basically, and all the people working on containing it have to take place in an acting course to act scared about this thing. And then they show it like old horror movies that aren't that scary. And it seems pretty innocent. Like it's just like a shapeshifter that can scare people. But gotta think about it. If the thing knew what really scared people, that could be very bad.
Yeah, true.
Like imagine it learns people are scared of gigantic sharks and it turns into a gigantic shark. That's more dangerous than it is at the moment. and then it can learn that people are also scared of, I don't know, nuclear bombs, and then it can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has the potential to be like one of the most dangerous things ever, and it's
If it
contained.
ever finds out anyone in the SCP Foundation is afraid of the Red King, that'd be horrid.
No idea what
Scarlet
that is.
King, the Scarlet King.
We kind of know what that is.
It's world-ending father of the slime guy.
But anyway, I really like
AKA.
the.
I think
I
the
really
Scarlet
like.
King is technically considered a safe entity, though. It's just
I
his
really like.
power is next to unlimited.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I
maybe.
really like the idea of an SCP that's like really, really dangerous, but doesn't realize how dangerous it really is.
Yeah.
It's like tricked into thinking it's not that bad, right? Anyway,
I'm trying to find this one that really scares me. I can't remember the freaking name, but I know the rubber has done it before, so I'm just looking through his playlist of SCPs.
On a much
there's that
lighter
cat
note,
again.
I remember when Cosmo, you first started telling me about SCPs. One of the ones that I discovered was SCP-283, the Sideways Falling Rock. And for a
Oh,
while, that was my
that's
favorite SCP because
that's so funny.
it's such a goofy idea. It's literally it's a piece
Just
of
a rock.
it explains what it is.
It's just a rock.
Um, yeah, a piece of dark gray granite which weighs just over 1 kilogram and is 10 centimeters in length. But it falls east instead of down, and that's it. But it's
It
such a
always
goofy.
eats.
It always falls east, exact magnetic east, and it's such a goofy idea. It's just like, oh,
Oh, it's
it's
magnetic yeast.
yeah, magnetic east, direct of exact magnetic east. Um, and so it just instead of falling down, it just falls east and it just goes. And it's like they just keep it in a room, and it's stuck to the wall because it's falling that direction. And like people are allowed to go, like staff are allowed to go in there and interact with it because it's safe. It's not dangerous whatsoever.
It just
Um,
falls.
it- but but like it's just like uh, instead of sitting on the floor, it just sits on the wall, and it's like it's such a goofy concept. I love it so much. Um, but I also recently discovered when I was doing research for this episode, um, I rediscovered SCP-5000, which I'll go over in a minute. And
Oh,
SCP-6002, which is all creatures great and small. If you're familiar with the concept of um, stuff like the Tree of Life, Yggdrasil. What was the other example they gave?
Sideways falling rock.
The Aztec Tree of Tool. Um, like it's just it's a tree. Um, it's a massive organic structure within Klamath National Forest in Northern California. It's similar to an instance of a giant sequoia tree. Uh, far larger than a typical member of the species. Its base has a diameter of 91 meters and it rises to 809 meters tall. So it's a fucking big ass tree. But
Yes.
basically, what the concept of this is that it is literally, um, like you know that like thing where it's like the diagram where it's like the tree of life where it's like all the little branches go out and it's like different animals and different like species
Oh,
and stuff. It's literally that.
yeah.
So like when a species dies or goes extinct, like hold on, let me see if I can find what this was.
like
There was
a branch will wither.
a branch falls off. Yeah. So um where is this? I was looking at this the other day.
How many branches are on this thing? Because I feel like there's way too many species.
A fuck
And
ton of
considering the
branches.
we're in, we're about to have our sixth mass extinction event, so it's about to lose a lot of branches.
Um
True.
but like oh, here it was. Incident 6002-E-243. September 1914. The last known instance of the passenger pigeon dies in captivity at the Cincinnati Zoo. At the same moment, 6002 sheds a large branch from the northwestern edge of its crown. A link between these events is hypothesized. And then they did gene sequencing 5 years later, and they were able to confirm that the branch contains genetic material from passenger
Oh,
pigeons. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to find the specific thing again, but it's like when people touch it, um, they sometimes swear that it feels like skin or fur or scales, like the
yeah,
physical tree.
Or
Like
feathers?
it, it's almost like I know trees are technically alive, but it's like basically a living
yeah.
thing. Um, and then
I have a
there,
question.
yes.
What happens if you were to chop off a branch on the tree?
Um, I believe that theoretically all of that species would die,
Woohoo!
which is why
Is it a gator?
it was yeah, it's a Keter class. It was once classified as thaumiel. Um, because
Huh.
it's literally life. It's the tree is literally life itself.
What
And the
happens?
problem that they have with it is that there is a disease that's a genetic infection, a disease designated 6002-B that is causing damage to SCP 6002. So it's towards the top of the tree, but it's slowly coming down and like causing branches to wither and fall off. So like Cam, you said like an extinction event, like this tree is kind of like that's what's happening with it is um,
Hmm.
species are going extinct because this disease is attacking the tree. Um, and
I
so it's like they found ways to kind of slow the um infection. But Foundation biologists estimate that SCP-6002-B will reach the Homo sapiens genome within 6002, no later than 2100 in the year 2100, and that SCP-6002's crown will be entirely destroyed by the infection within 300 years. So, like, everything is
hmm.
just dying. Is
I
basically the
theory.
yes,
I have a theory, a game theory.
a game
Um,
theory.
perhaps the infection's the not like an infection, but it's just the tree branches falling off because of something else. Like it's not an infection, it's just the tree representing what's actually happening. Also,
Hmm.
what would happen during a forest fire?
That's a good question. Like, like
That'd
theoretically,
probably be like the equivalent of the sun exploding.
I was gonna say, like, if theoretically what happens to the tree when you were to cut a branch off was that that species would die, then if you were to theoretically cut this tree down, would everything just die immediately? Like,
Yeah, that's a. Have they tested that? Cutting a
um,
branch off, a twig off, or something?
I'll check. But like, um, do, 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 do. It produces new growth at an alarming rate. Much of this growth was away almost immediately as well.
God, a there's a cat.
There's a cat?
There's a cat. It's staring at me, guys. There's a cat.
What kind of cat?
Oh no, there's no cat.
There's no cat? Are you
I
okay?
think there's a cat. There's a cat. I swear. Swear to God, there's a cat. Anyway, what?
Okay, so it looks like it grows back. Oh, maybe not.
Hmm?
Yeah, so when the branch is broken off, so what this is saying is that somebody who was working on it accidentally slipped and reached out for a branch to stop their fall. Um, and it broke off in their hands. They tested the genome, and it was that of the Manhattan Terrier. And then right after that happened, Manhattan Terriers experienced a mass die-off across the world. So previously healthy instances suffered cardiac arrest, strokes, and other ailments. Female were unable to produce viable offspring. Um, by 2 years later, the entire breed was declared extinct.
Hmm.
No, five
So
years.
it does.
5 years later, the entire. No, two
So
years
it
later
does.
it was declared extinct. Yeah. So what just happens is if that branch is missing, then all of that creature suddenly no longer has the ability to live, basically.
Yep.
So if you were to cut down the entire tree, it would basically cause an extinction event that would just everything starts dying. So it wouldn't be everything dies immediately, like with the snap of a finger, but
Yeah, yeah.
everything slowly starts to die
It
off,
would, it would
and like
seem natural.
yeah, and it would seem somewhat natural, but it would be because the tree is down.
Hmm.
Hence why it was once a Thaumiel class, because it's a like that could be considered a K class end of the world scenario. Not
Yeah, yeah.
necessarily, but like
Why was it
pretty damn
Thaumiel
close to
originally?
it. Huh?
Why
Just
was
because
it
it's so
Thaumiel?
dangerous. Thaumiel is above Keter.
Thaumiel is helpful to the. Thaumiel means it can help the facility the foundation in some way.
Oh, is it? I thought Thaumiel was a step above Keter.
Um. Yeah. Well, it's weird. Keter Thaumiel are anomalies that the Foundation can use to contain other SCPs. It's technically higher than Keter, but it's weird because so basically, for example, there's a SCP, a really dangerous one in the depths of the ocean. It's like a giant eel or something,
Yeah, Leviathan.
a leviathan eel. Which seems like it would be a Keter, right? But it
Yeah.
is Thaumiel because it is like the best. It has the best source of amnestics. So that would be things like to make you forget stuff. So it's really helpful to the foundation to collect that so they can like stop cognito hazards and mimetics. Speaking of, there's a cat.
There's a cat.
There is a cat.
What's the cat doing?
There's a cat.
There's a cat.
There's a cat.
Is there a cat?
There is a cat.
Oh, you're right. There is
There
a
is a
cat.
cat. There is a cat. Anyway, what were we talking about?
What
No,
in the
wait.
SCP hell, boys?
No, I see the cat too. It's in the corner of my
Wait,
room.
is it in the?
Don't you see the cat?
Oh
I see
fuck
I
y'all!
see a cat.
Don't you see the cat?
There's a cat. I don't.
There's a cat.
Where's
Oh,
the amnesic agents?
oh, it's
When you
gone.
need them?
It left. It just walked out through the door. My door's not even open. Or I think it walked out through the door. There's like a corner I can hardly see.
So what are we talking about?
I don't know. Oh, Thaumiel. It looks like it's because, or at least my assumption would be that it's been helping them do research on like genetic stuff. So what's the term for it? Removal or
What?
modification of genetic material from SCP-6002 impacts organisms with shared said materials. For example, if biomass with genetic material matching the sandhill crane were altered within SCP-6002, all living sandhill cranes would experience the same genetic alterations. So
Hmm.
theoretically, they can make
Oh
a
wow.
species completely healthier, or
Interesting.
or completely destroy them. So this is
Yeah, I see
like
why it could be Thaumiel.
yeah, it allows them to do all sorts of things. Also, something else interesting about this that like kind of is interesting, for lack of a better word. Um, they they have a specific MTF team, New 45, Inherit the Wind, who are dedicated to specifically um,
Protecting the tree.
not protecting the tree, but when part of the branch is like destroyed, they go and they cover up the fact that that creature ever existed.
Ooh.
So like a lot of like so they'll either um not necessarily always cover it up or like remove it from collective consciousness, but like
It takes like a natural amount of time for the creature to go extinct, so I don't think they would need to.
What if
yeah,
like the base of a branch breaks, so like all of the canines just die out suddenly?
Yeah, for like a
How the
larger
fuck would they
lower
cover that
branch.
up? Because that'd be like worldwide, everyone would notice because there's a lot of canine species,
Yeah, they
especially
would not be
dogs.
able to cover that up.
well they would have to cover it up. That's the kind of
How?
situation in which they would have to cover it up. Um, I don't have the
It,
page
mu-
on
at least
MTFU.
make it seem non-anomalous. Like there's this disease going around that is killing canines across the globe, right? Instead of
Them
saying, "Oh
all
yeah, tree."
experiencing sudden death at the same time? Hmm.
No, but it says it takes a while. It takes like 5 years for them to
Yeah, it takes 5 years for the thing to go all the way through.
die.
Yeah, but that's kind of like why some mythological creatures exist, is like because they have um made it seem like those creatures were mythological, did not were or like
Ooh,
legendary,
that's
and
interesting. That's
yeah,
interesting.
and like
Oh
weren't
wait, you're telling me unicorns are real?
Unicorns are real.
they're not real anymore, but they were
Yeah.
once. They were once
Facts of
unicorns,
life.
dragons,
Unicorns are
stuff like that.
real, and there is a cat.
There is a cat.
God effing stop talking about the goddamn cat. I will get the memetic agents. And you are just in case I'll stab you with it.
Um, I have an SCP. We could talk about if we're done with that.
Yeah, I've
I
I've pretty much
know.
covered everything I was going to
There's
talk
a
about.
Minecraft
That
one.
There's a Minecraft one.
a Minecraft SCP?
Yeah,
Oh, I
four
think you've
three.
talked about this. Not
No,
today,
I
but
actually haven't. I just covered it.
4-3
Um,
what?
4335. Basically, this guy destroys blocks, consumes their code, grows bigger, escapes to another server. And he's like a cognito hazard, so looking at him isn't fun.
4335.
4335.
A welt in the crucible?
yeah, that's the one that I saw too.
No. Wait. Sorry,
Oh yeah,
wait.
no, you're
Is
right. It
that?
is. It is. It is.
Yeah, it is.
Weird name for
But
it. But
basically, this guy was in a planet other than Earth, looking down, seeing all the life and creation. He wanted to come down, destroy all that life because it sickened him, but also fascinated him. And he missed. He instead hit the Minecraft game, and it's just basically server and single player world hopping, and SCP agents just chase him down every time.
oh my god, is it Hero Brian?
No, it's for one, it gets angles with these commands in the world.
The main
For
containment
two,
chamber
it
is in
looks.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
All the pictures are in Minecraft, so it says the containment chamber. It's a picture of a Minecraft build.
Yeah, imagine pitch black skin, big toothy smile, yellow eyes, red cracks, and if there's commands enabled in the world in command blocks, he grows tentacles like the Wither Storm.
It's funny. Um,
Oh my god, one of the videos about him from Tales from the Foundation. The video, oh no. Oh, I'm gonna send it in chat. Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
interesting.
Look at
Soon
this guy. Look at him.
Gone.
Wait.
Also, I think
I think there's
there's one.
another Minecraft SCP, maybe?
There's this one
No,
SCP, which is like an entire its own thing, but I think it might actually be like one of the best ways to survive an apocalypse.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like a lot of SCPs.
No, but it's not what you expect it to be. It's SCP-3008, the Infinite IKEA.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, I knew it.
Be an interesting way to like if you're in an apocalypse, go to an IKEA, try to get lost, and then you're saved. Am I right?
Yours is not what we actually recommend in the existence of the apocalypse.
Hmm?
No, in the instance of an apocalypse, go get
Think-
lost in IKEA. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
enjoy yourself.
Which is really funny that that would be like a valid
Eat
way
all the
to actually
meatballs.
survive the apocalypse.
Yeah, eat all the Swedish meatballs.
And I
Go
have
to the
3
back
SCPs
rooms.
that actually. I already told you about the Eel Man, right? I have 3 others that scared the shit out of me. One I just find like really creepy and disgusting. The others, oh
You know,
god.
it's also kind
No,
of creepy.
the scariest one is 4975. Imagine a humanoid, very skinny, featherless bird,
Or
but with a really long neck and big beak.
Oh,
And
I've
pitch black
seen
skin.
this.
And it will stalk you for up to over 10 months, just cracking its neck and spinning its head before it decides to murder you with blunt force, ripping, tearing, bludgeoning you
is
with
it
its
avoidable?
neck and head. And then it'll eat you.
Is it avoidable?
If they recontain it, otherwise you're kind of fucked. It rotates one vertebrae at a time. It's horrifying. And when the clicking stops, that's when you know you're dead.
Something tells me this is just your excuse to talk about cryptids.
No, actually, this thing's fucking terrifying. I hate it.
Apparently, it's from German folklore.
Yep.
Yeah, apparently there's like a little German nursery rhyme that was translated. But speaking of birds, there's an even. It's not
Oh, no.
more terrifying and stalkery, but it's just disgusting and plain out creepy.
Why is there so many folklore things that are SCP so SCP-able?
There's freaking Baba Yaga. You'd be surprised.
They're
But
all
I want to talk about
SCPs.
SCP-3199. Okay, the
Let me go
most
and request
annoying
that
thing
website.
ever.
Oh, humans refuted. Yeah.
3199.
AKA the chicken people.
Oh yeah, those are creepy.
They're not only extremely hard to kill, but when they die, they spit or shit out eggs, which rapidly hatch and grow into adults. And they grow even faster if they're heated. Heat makes them reproduce and grow up faster.
It's like
The only
chickens.
way
They're
to actually
redneck.
kill them is to freeze the eggs and then crush the eggs.
What if you crush them without
It
freezing?
produces its eggs to fill unoccupied space. It's fucking terrible.
So, about this cat. There is a cat.
There's half a cat.
There is also half a cat. This is true.
It's
And also
1234.
there's Warfield.
Well, now it's 12:35.
No.
Yeah, this might be a multi-part episode.
How long have we been recording?
About
We
50.
started at 11:45.
Yeah, 50 minutes.
Hmm.
This
I
is
don't know.
definitely a multi-part
I think
episode.
we've had like pretty good conversation. The only things that we didn't talk about that I wanted to talk about were SCP-5000 and the different instances of SCP-1.
Well, no,
There's
yeah.
several I want to talk about, like 3,000, also 300,
Why?
3,166, because Gorefield
Oh, I
was
hated
fucking
Gorefield so
terrifying.
much. That thing
Yeah,
terrified me. That's probably the only instance of an SCP that
yeah.
actually had me like on edge.
There is another that's just basically like it makes you a corrupted furry, but it's like really fucked up about it.
um,
It basically turns you not only into a furry, but into like a broken, wretched humanoid animal hybrid that looks like you belong in a horror movie, and it just really distorts you, and it's fucked up. It scares me.
but Cameron, we can
Yeah.
all agree that there was a cat.
Boys take the shot that needs me medications.
There was a cat.
There's not a cat.
There's a
There's a cat.
cat.
There's a cat.
Anyway, who's hosting next?
Are we done here, or are we gonna keep
I
talking a
don't
little
know.
longer?
I thought 15 minutes is.
50 minutes is all right if we're done here, but yeah,
Um,
we usually go for
We
I
should
about
don't
leave
know.
it for part two.
All right, we can go a little longer then. I don't know.
Part two. Part two. Trust me on this.
Um, let's do one more, I guess. One more CP.
one more SCP. Yeah,
But,
and then call it a day. Um,
Uh,
The lizard.
I I'm interested in
Uh,
5,000 now.
yeah. Have you not heard about SCP-5000?
Perhaps not.
Okay, so the single
let me know.
instance of SCP-5000 is
Oh
not
god.
that interesting. It's a
I know about this one.
yeah, but the story behind it is fascinating. Um,
Yeah,
so
no, there is a cool story.
for some IRL like stuff, because disclaimer to all the viewers, this is a creepypasta wiki. It is not like none of this stuff is actually real, unless it is.
Whoa.
Um, but they
I mean, there are rumors
they
that someone. If,
yeah, they ran a like a competition for making an SCP-5000, and this was the instance that won. It's called Y. Um, it is SCP-5000 itself is a non-functional mechanical suit identified within its internal schematics as an absolute exclusion harness designed by the SCP Foundation. Although SCP-5000 is believed to have once possessed a number of anomalous functions intended to protect and benefit its occupant, damage inflicted on the past means that it is currently only capable of basic file storage. Um, so, SCP-5000 first appeared in a flashlight within SCP-579's containment chamber at Site 62C on the 4th of December 2020, containing a corpse genetically identical to Foundation employee Pietro Wilson. Pietro Wilson was currently employed at Exclusionary Site 06, and amnestic therapy has confirmed he has no knowledge of SCP-5000 or memories concerning the events detailed within its archives. So essentially, it's a superpower suit that has a whole bunch of anomalous abilities, and it randomly showed up one day in a flash of light containing the corpse of a currently still alive SCP employee.
yeah. Yeah. stories.
Yeah. So the story goes, this wiki is put together in a whole bunch of journal entries. I'm
Yeah.
probably not going to read them all because some of them are kind of long. Although I would recommend to viewers to go and check this out because this again is fascinating. Um, it is. He starts with opening with, "My name is Pedro Wilson. I don't know what's happening. I think I might be the only one left." Goes on to say that the date is the 1st of February 2020. He's escaped from exclusionary site 6. Everyone else is dead. Um, he's running to a foundation installation, a safe house for agents. Um, a group identified as Lonely Only entered the site. Uh, they had proper identification, everything. Gathered everyone into the canteen and just shot everybody. He got away and got into the exclusion harness, which is the suit, um, and was able to escape that way.
Oh,
It
with the
has
suit.
yes, it's a suit. SCP-5000 itself is a suit.
Yeah. But he used the suit. I thought it didn't work.
He used the suit. Well, it doesn't work anymore. So what
Oh, okay.
happened is it.
Oh, this is why the suit doesn't work anymore.
Yes, because
This
he
is the
used it
reason.
and
Okay, he used it.
yeah. Um, it has a perception filter, which doesn't mean that people can't see him, but it does mean they can't recognize the fact that they see him. So essentially, it has an invisibility field that does not work as an
Mhm.
as invisibility field. He escaped. He's
It basically turns your mind away from accepting he exists there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, he's running to a foundation facility that he knows of, a safe house. And then uh, it doesn't give the date on this, but the entire world gets a message from the O5 Council, which for those of you who do not know what the O5 Council is, it's the highest level in the SCP
Yeah.
Foundation.
Yeah.
They're basically the overseers of everything. They're faceless. They're a faceless group of people, just for
And
safety
anomalous.
purposes. Yeah, and in some instances anomalous. And this is the
I think there's
message.
only one like actually human.
This is the message that they sent out. For those who are not aware of our existence, we represent the organization known as the SCP Foundation. Our previous mission centered around the containment and study of anomalous objects, entities, and other assorted phenomena. This mission was the focus of our organization for more than 100 years. Due to circumstances outside of our control, the directive has now changed. Our new mission will be to exterminate the human race. There will be no further communication. They
Wait,
then
what?
proceed. Yes. So this is where the story is like really interesting. Is it's entirely built around this concept of like again the suit itself is not that interesting. The what's interesting is the story. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about this. The entire concept of this is what if the SCP Foundation, instead of containing anomalies, weaponized them against mankind.
Hmm.
So they have a couple of instances of things. SCP-096, which is Shy Guy, his face circulated on social media platforms. 196 or 169, which was Leviathan. They set off a series of nuclear charges along its back, making it wake up and do things. Um, a bunch of assassinations happened. Um, there's infections were spread, all sorts of things. All sorts of anomalies were released. Um, and then
Then
I'm
how
trying.
is it? How is this all stopped? Because
Um, let me see. I remember there's a YouTube video on this. Like if you want to know like the full
okay,
story, I would suggest looking at it. It's like a half an hour, 40 minutes long, but it talks about all of the things. Um, more anomalies are
Thing.
released. Um, more anomalies are released. He happens upon groups of people that are um, like working like part members of the SCP Foundation that are working with the O5 Council to destroy humanity. More are released. Um, just stories about him making his way towards what's 579? Is that is that the place he's headed to?
579 is where the thing came from, the suit, apparently. I'm trying
Oh,
to figure out what 579 is. It doesn't. Its description is expunged. I don't. It doesn't have any. I don't know what it is.
yeah. Why
It's a
am
It's
I
a
here
computer.
going to
compound.
579? Do I have actually have a
It's a.
reason?
It's an entire compound.
Yeah. A comp. Oh wait, no, it's within Site 62C. Sorry.
And
Description data
what does it
expunged.
do?
Jeez. I'm trying to figure out what this is. Uh, well, why is
I
everything expunged?
everything is. It's impossible to figure out what it is. But anyway, there's a. I know. I don't know. Never mind. I know there's an SCP that's like a basically
Oh
a.
wait, I I found something.
What is it? What?
A low known property of 579, when paired with SCP-055, it can reset the universe and end a timeline.
Ooh,
Okay,
that's
so
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 that's what
why it's
he's
happened
fun
in
to.
5000.
yeah, so he's trying to find something that allows him to fix all of what's going on.
Yeah, reset the timeline.
Yeah, reset the timeline. Looking at Site 62C where SCP-579 is supposed to be. There are no guards as far as I can see, and all security is down. Looks like it's been abandoned for a while. Um, do, 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 do. I don't know what SCP-579 is, but I know it's looking at me. Was wrong. They're here. Was right. Even if they can't notice me, they figured I'm here, slashing everything in sight. So, um, they figured out that he was there, started attacking him. Um, like they couldn't register that they were seeing him, but they were still attacking him. Um, do, 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 do. They get in. The last entry is O, so that's how it is, and then the life signs were lost. So essentially, he died. And I don't know if it explains more,
Which is
because
the weird part is the it was the suit was found within. It first appeared in a flash of light within SCP-579's containment chamber.
oh yeah, 579, yeah,
579 is something that resets the timeline. So this is from a separate timeline, I assume,
yeah.
because the
That's
data
kind
the
that's kind of
and
the
these are the
conclusion I would
logs
jump to as well.
and these
Yeah,
are the logs that were left in the suit.
yes, because that's all that worked anymore was archived logs.
Neat.
Yeah, so I think it's a really cool story. Um, I again the YouTube video. Um, I don't remember if it was the Rubber or Dr. Bob or somebody. I think that's the name of the guy.
How did you
Um,
figure out?
it's SCP Explained does it. Yeah, it's almost an hour long video, but it's worth the watch.
Hmm.
Yeah. Just SCP-5000 is one of, in my opinion, the coolest SCPs just because of the story behind it and like that whole concept of like what if the Foundation were suddenly to be hostile towards humanity instead of trying to protect them?
Um,
579.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of data expunged on 579.
055.
it'd be a shame, a downright shame.
Yeah.
I mean, just like, be a shame. It's a downright shame.
Throwing
If I just
055 into 579 reset the universe. But why?
What is
so
055?
Cosmo,
It's anti-memetic. You can't remember it.
Oh, yeah.
There's no information on what it is, which is really annoying because
oh,
you don't know
it's
anything.
the anti-memes, the self-keeping secret.
Yeah.
Anti-meme.
Um,
And then everything on
two things.
579 is
Cosmo, I did check
expunged.
your world,
Hmm?
the download world from the Minecraft thing. Yeah, no, it's wiped. That world is
Yep.
wiped. Two, hear me out, because we've been doing, SCP stuff, and we might be doing a part 2 of this.
I think we're probably good
Um,
with doing 1 week, at least in my
but like,
opinion.
hear me out.
Yeah.
Are any of y'all busy later?
Oh, I have a lot of work to do. I have to memorize an entire speech. I might, maybe. I
Damn.
don't know.
I might
Depends.
be.
Well, are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording. We should start wrapping this up because it's been over an hour.
Oh my god. Who wants to go next? It was Cameron last time, right?
No, I
Or
think
was
it was
it? No,
me
it was
last.
Liam.
It was me last time. So Cam would be the
Oh,
logical next
here
choice.
for me.
But you could assign me to mix it up a little bit. Do whatever you want. It's up to you.
Cameron, do you have any ideas?
Hmm?
I guess I'll pick Cameron.
I already know what we're gonna do next time, I think. Dude.
Well, you got to do the outro. So.
You got to do the outro. Yep.
Should I spoil it for the viewers what we're gonna do next time?
No, you don't need to.
You don't need to, but it's up to you.
As long as you end it with "there is
Well,
a cat."
viewers, God fucking damn it!
There is a cat.
There is a cat.
For
We're
fuck's
telling
sake,
you,
let
there's a
me end the
cat.
episode.
There is a cat. If only you knew.
I don't know why you haven't been connected already. Okay, so that's all for today, listeners. But don't worry, me, Cosmo, and Liam will be back next time when I'm hosting for Cryptids.